The senior girls secondary final, and you can see that Berkeley have come out with a renewed vigor. Oh, Nolan, very aggressive there. Pulled down by Foot, Danielle Foot. It's a free kick to the Berkeleyites. So a pep talk to the Berkeleyites, trailing 2-0 at the interval. And we're going to see how they react to trailing 2 goals in the second half. Tiara Smith will take the free kick. Co-commentator Andrew Painter.
It's a good free kick from Tiara. Well watched by goalkeeper Frey and goal for Saltus. And Berkeley started this half off showing Saltus that they mean no nonsense right now. They need 2 goals and they're determined to get those 2 goals. Saltus leading 2-0. 2 first half strikes from Frazzini. That's the referee's assistant signals Saltus throw in. Here comes Berkeley, looking for Greaves out there.
But Alexis Smith is going to keep a close eye on her. They had quite a duel going on in the first half. If I had to say so, Alexis Smith, I think, came out the winner in the first half, shutting down Greaves on numerous occasions. We'll see what happens in the second half.
As Berkeley have a throw in a very attacking area. They just need to find that finishing touch. That's all they're missing. The build-up play is beautiful, but their finish has been a whole nother story.
It's a cause. Goal kick.
Goalkeeper Frizz had a fairly easy job tonight.
But she's had a hectic weekend. She played volleyball for the Reds. She played netball. And now she's in goal for Saltus here tonight. So she's a talented young lady. Any of you scouts out there looking for very talented individual, not only Francione on the Saltus lineup, LaTanya Frey. As Berkeley tried to pile on the pressure once again. Nolan takes one. Oh yeah!
And Frey.
And they're back.
The first thing Frey had to do all night, and she's got to go through her legs, but well done to Berkeley. The girl was coming. They've had the more positive play. And it's game 1 now. Berkeley cutting the lead to 1. Can they find the equalizer now? That's number 10, Benjamin. Dusty chaser for Saltus.
Maybe all that activity from this weekend is finally taking its toll on Frey, and if Berkeley could just take some shots, anything could happen.
Well, that's all they've been missing is that final shot on target. They finally got one.
So game on here in the senior girls final. Saltus now leading 2 goals to 1. Throw in about to be taken by Okima Benjamin.
As Frazzini wins the throw in for Saltus.
Once again, Benjamin prepares to take the throw.
Fisher back to Benjamin. He looks for the cross and comes off her last, and it's a Berkeley gill kick.
Goal kick, Berkeley. Can they level the score? Franzioni picks it up. 37 minutes down now, unofficially. Saltus controlling the midfield. Benjamin pumps it long. Ooh! Play on, says the ref. Free kick. Foul on Iman Smith. But this is why it's so important that these players wear shin pads. Something like that could cause severe damage to the legs, but it's reduced heavily with the shin pads. Some of the players don't like the officials to enforce that, but incidents like that, and you can see why it's so important that shin pads are worn. Here's the free kick. Oh, good effort too. Oh, excellent strike there by Kanisha Nanette. Can Berkeley dig deep and find an equalizer? The last match that we had went into kicks from the penalty spot. Could we see a duplication of that? Berkeley trying to get something going on the right side. I think it's Greaves over there. Alexis Smith with the throw in. She's had a busy night over there on that left side. Berkeley's defense finds Greaves, who's always, oh, a missed kick. Number 7 is there, foot. Oh,
Simmons
number 8
with the inside cross.
Oh, chance here, they're not out of trouble yet. Number 12 is in the mix there, Durham.
Berkeley needs someone to shoot the ball.
Back out wide here to Simmons. Oh, she's unable to keep it in play.
Good build-up play from Berkeley.
They're starting to find their rhythm in the attacking third.
They're jumping on Saltus' mistakes on the back now. Saltus looking a little bit more nervous now, as their lead's been cut to 1. After an early double from Frazzini.
Throw in. Take it. Simmons now. Benjamin gets a boot on it. It'll be another Berkeley throw in. Deep into the Saltus half of the field. Being taken by Durham. Trying to find Nolan. Headed into touch. Once again, we look at the clock in this senior school girls final. We're over 40 minutes now. And still to come, the senior boys final, the grand finale. There's the throw. This could be a quick break here. Frazioni slips between 3.
Excellent skill, Mike. Excellent skill. Berkeley's having real trouble marking her. She has an excellent cutback and turn on her. That's been hurting their center backs all night.
Fleet-footed Frazioni. Benjamin prepares to take the throw. Partially cleared.
And Berkeley looking for a quick break.
Nolan now. Nolan with her
And she
speed.
skip crosser.
Oh yeah, she slips around Cox, turns it inside. Unable to control it is Durham. Great build-up work by Nolan there, the goal scorer for Berkeley. But Tia Durham was unable to control it. She was inside the box. Here come Berkeley once again. Here's the cross. Oh, Nolan. Oh, would you believe that? A Rooney special.
She tried the overhead kick and almost pulled it off.
Oh, was that a near handball? Game has really come to life now.
What an entertaining game we have here.
We see a substitution taking place. Who's going to come off? We see that Oganyami is going to come back on. Tolu Oganyami.
Durham with the Dorian for Berkeley. To Simmons. He looks for space in the middle. Can she find Greaves out wide? No, she can't. Intercepted by Saltus.
Danielle Foot is off. Oganyami is on.
Durham inside looking for Simmons, but can't quite find her.
Durham has got to settle down. She's giving the ball away up there.
And wow, Mike just flicked it over her head just now.
Yep, that was Tiara Smith. Good piece of football.
Fazani looking for the ball up top.
Yoshi Harris is back there. Also, Ford Eve.
And that's a much better ball from Durham. Looking for
Nolan.
And here goes Nolan. She has space. Berkeley have numbers in the box. She cuts back. Durham's there. Can she find the crossover?
Durham's been giving it up. I'm sure the coach must be identifying with that.
And Fisher, the excellent close control.
3-on-3.
And it's a blue ball to Fazani, and the flag is up.
They don't know their play has been halted.
The crowd making so much noise, sir, drowning off the sound of the ref's whistle.
Yep, and coming on now is Destiny Thomas Adams. And coming off the field is
Benjamin.
Okima Benjamin. Berkeley trying to go in search of that equalizer. We're in the 45th minute. There's a long ball. Durham.
And it's a handball against Durham.
The whistle for the referee is very soft. I'm having difficulty hearing it myself. If I don't see his hand actions, I wouldn't know that he's actually blowing the whistle.
Well, Mike, I think it's this Berkeley crowd we have on hand. They got real excited every time Berkeley get into the Saltus half as they search for that all-important equalizer. And here they come again. Simmons.
Reeves having to cut back inside, but now also down there is Maybury. But it's clear. Smith over that side. Maybury turns it inside to Simmons.
Simmons all muscles her opponent. And she has space. Will she look for the shot? There's a shot. And there's an excellent save from Frey. This game has really come to life, Mike.
Take your time. Take your time.
Greaves now. Also over there, Shakur comes up with it, but it's going to be a Berkeley throw-in. Saltus hanging on to a slim 2-1 lead in the 46th minute. Coach Darren Lewis trying to rest his players. And
Durham calls for the ball, and it comes to her. She touched her opponent, and she still got it, and she's getting on the line. Has two Saltus defenders on, and she raises it. A golden opportunity. Yes, the coach must have seen that Dawn was starting to tire as she has been substituted. And Simmons with the fancy footwork. He skipped across about 3 opponents and sends the ball across the greaves. He slurs it down. And here comes Berkeley on the attack once again.
It's going to be a Berkeley throw-in on the far side. It's once again to go in search of the equalizer. And Nanette will let it run over the goal line. Goal kick Saltus. As we see the senior boys start to drift onto the field. That will be the final match of the night, the grand finale. And on one side, it's going to be one team warming up over there. That'll be Cedar Bridge Academy and then Saltus on our right. Right now, it's Berkeley trying to get something going. Cleanup work there by Fisher. So Saltus is trying to put up the shutters.
You know, Berkeley with the kick throw in.
Tassia Trot, fresh pair of legs on the field for Berkeley. Valuable seconds being lost here. Maybe this is why referees have been putting on additional time. Don't have any ball boys here. In the 50th minute now. And it's a corner kick for the Berkeleyites. Here it comes. Yes! That's an equalizer. A header from the corner.
What a goal, Mike. It was a beautiful header, and Berkeley has pulled this game all out.
In the 50th minute. So level. A wonderful header. Now Berkeley really appear hungry and are going in search of the winner. Zara Gibbons.
That last goal coming from number 10 of Berkeley, Zara Gibbons. As she has opened this game right up.
Two first half goals from Frazioni gave Saltus the lead. And now Nolan and Gibbons have struck in the second half for Berkeley. And time is really running out here. We've got about 8 minutes remaining. And Berkeley are going in search of the winner. There comes another cross. Oh! Here's a corner kick for the Berkeleyites. Oh, Nolan is really putting pressure on that defense down there. She's giving it her all. Trying to stay composed, Saltus. And the Berkeley defense playing it safe. As we see there, number 4, Dominique Ford Eve knocking it into touch. Throw in Saltus. Danielle Foote will do the honors. Another throw in as Saltus advance. Some 10 meters or so. Once again, Foote advances. Here's the throw. Looking for Fisher. Nolan now going back to help in defense, and she's a power person in a tackle. She goes in with fierce vengeance, and she's solid. Throw in Saltus. Looking for the danger lady up there, Francione, but she's watched very closely by Tiara Smith.
Smith, who has had a pretty good game herself down the back for Berkeley.
Trying to figure out here, Andrew, why Nolan has decided to leave Tassia Trott up front by herself by dropping back in the midfield when she's been the force that has to be reckoned with up front for Berkeley.
Well, Trott looks the bigger build, so maybe they could be looking for her through the long ball. And Nolan, she has speed, she has power, she could be playing that creative midfield role and try to link up all the passes.
But she's up there by herself. Here's Trott now. Goes to her right to Greaves. Turns it inside. Also there is Mabry. And here's Greaves with the cross to the back. Oh, just over the top.
Trott was lurking in there.
Once again, we have to look at the clock here. We're in the 55th minute. So we could be heading for another penalty shootout. Goal kick, Saltus. Here's the goal scorer there. Gibbons. Oh. Partially cleared there by Harris. Fisher comes up with it, sends it long. Looking for Nanette.
Simmons with the cross into the box, looking for Trott. But Saltus clears the danger, and it's a Berkeley corner. And there's Berkeley here, taking their time on the corner. Looking for Greaves at the near post, but Saltus does an excellent job to clear the ball. As Berkeley looks to get it back into that danger zone in the Saltus half.
Oh, well done there by Shakur. But Berkeley come up with it again. Benjamin now. Excuse me, Ogunyani. Fisher. Going right over here to Ogunyami. Oh, looking for Franzoni.
She gets down in the box, but the ref's gonna have nothing to do with it. And is signaling a corner. Franzoni looks to have taken a little knock just now. As she tries to walk it off.
Can Saltus come up with the winner in the latter stages here? Ciara Fisher with the corner. Headed out by goal scorer Gibbons. Greaves knocks it long, looking for Trott. Now what a difference that is. Alexis seems to be about 4 feet, and Tazia looks like she's 6 feet. That is a total mismatch.
But Smith done her job just now. Stopped her from getting around. Has one outside, a throw-in.
Looks as if Berkeley's going to make another switch up or substitution here.
And it looks like
Tamika Jackson might get a taste of the action.
Looks like Neyland's getting go.
She's like that. She's an awesome runner. She plays football. She's versatile like Latanya Frey at the other end. I think she had run out of steam. She really ran hard the whole match. That's why she dropped back in the midfield. And now you can see it is a result where she's going to go in goal. And O'Brien comes out, and they bring on Jackson for a fresh pair of legs up front. And Nolan goes in goal, and O'Brien gets a break.
They must be preparing for if this game goes to penalty kicks.
If it does, Nolan is one that could possibly pull it out for them. We're now in the 60th minute, so we could be in for a real treat tonight. Another set of kicks from the penalty spot. Jackson now. Greaves. Gibbons is there. Oh boy. That's a foul right there. Ciara Smith with a foul on Tolu Onganyami. Ooh, having fun here tonight.
And she's coming off now, Mike.
Yeah,
and
there.
Coming on is
Kelsey White.
Kelsey White.
Unofficially, I have it.
And here is President.
Officially, I have it 60 minutes now. White now tries to turn, takes a deflection.
Fisher missed a 50-50, looking for President, but couldn't quite find her. Overhit her pass. Excellent work by Saltus. As Neyland does the short goal kick.
What time?
As Berkeley makes a change here. Coming on, number 2, Dominique Place.
We're in injury time now, Andrew. Oh, here it is.
Reeves.
Oh, the Saltus defense standing firm.
Frazioni with the turn. Lays it out wide to Saltus. No.
Francie has to drop back to, though. She should be up top. she's having to come back and assist in midfield because the four back down there are solid as a rock, and she has to come back and help in midfield.
Yeah, it's a big space right now between the defense and the midfield.
And that's the final whistle.
And we're going to the spot, Mike, for the second game in a row.
Early Christmas present for somebody coming here. I tell you, I knew she was going to take a penalty. And for the second time tonight in the Bermuda School Sports Federation's knockout finals, we have kicks from the penalty spot. And I'm not totally sure here, but I'm of the opinion that Francione has gone in goal for Saltus, while Nolan is going in goal, well, just before the final whistle, for Berkeley. But I saw Nolan changing earlier, and I was trying to determine why was she putting on her warm-ups when she would have to take a penalty. And I'm almost certain that she is now in goal, because that is her walk. And I'm sure, Andrew, am I correct in saying so?
It looks like her, yep. There's lime green boots.
Yep, that's her.
And it looks like she's got the first penalty.
And so Francione is striker against striker. The two goalkeepers are now turned strikers. Here we go. Francione against Nolan. 1-0.
And she's put that in the pigeon, Mike. That was an excellent penalty. And the Saltus mascot is getting excited down there.
It looks as if
Greaves.
Berkeley is up next here, but I'm trying to get that number.
I think it's Greaves, Mike.
Greaves. Oh, what a save!
What a save! Francione seems to be the right choice to put in goal, because that was a great save.
Francione has just lined herself up possibly for MVP. If Saltus pulled this off, now number 3 is up, Iman Smith. Oh, she shoots wide.
The nerves got the better of her. Penalty shootout is nerve-wracking for a player. It's a guessing game.
Can Eva Francione pull off another save? Yes.
And I think that was Tiara Smith.
And it's level 1-1. Stepping up now, it's number 6, Keisha Cox.
She's running up and putting the ball down on the spot with authority. She looks like she's ready to bury this. Does Nolan have other plans?
Shoots wide.
She shot wide.
So Berkeley have a chance here. Nolan was outstretched and had picked the right corner, but Cox had shot wide. So now Berkeley has 1 miss and Saltus has 2 misses. Okay, we see now it's Jasmine Simmons.
She's had a very influential game in the midfield today.
Over the top! The pressure is on down there. As we can see, Sierra Fisher now is coming up. Just having Francione in goal is an intimidating factor because she's so talented.
But here's Fisher.
It's now 2 misses each.
Looking to give Saltus the lead in the penalty shootout.
Oh!
Great save!
Oh!
It's a great save from Nolan. She got down well to our left-hand side. They made an excellent
And
save.
Nolan will now take her penalty. Keeper against keeper. Franzione's scored against Nolan earlier. Can Nolan score against Francione?
You see, she just took her gloves off for this, tied the shoelaces tight. She looks like she's going to put a lot of power on this.
In comes Nolan. Oh
And
yeah!
what a goal!
Off the inside of the upright.
That was an excellent penalty.
And Berkeley take the lead 2-1. And here comes Kanisha Nanette.
That was probably the best penalty I'm seeing tonight. Off the inside of the upright. Beat the keeper all hands up just now. She couldn't get to it.
Pure excitement, Andrew.
Yes, the crowd is on the edge of the seats.
Kanisha Nanette against Alia Nolan. Here she comes. Oh!
And
she got her hands to it, but it ricocheted into the roof of the net.
that was too hot, Mike. That shot was too hot.
It's 2-2.
And it looks like the Berkeley skipper.
This is number 17.
Mabry. She's played her part in the game. Played it
Amy Mabry.
excellently.
Against Francione.
Mabry to give Berkeley the breathing space that they need in this all-important penalty shootout. And she makes no mistake, and Berkeley wins it.
3-2, Berkeley win. So Berkeley Institute are crowned senior girls champions after being deadlocked 2-2. Berkeley win it 3-2 with kicks from the penalty spot. And Franzione's teammates rush down and all hug her because they know that she's a fierce competitor. But Nolan, oh, what a night for her. She scored, she made a save. What a performance. So now I'll have to sway a little bit here and say that Nolan should be given the MVP. With a special mention to Franzione. That concludes the girls' final, and now the match that we've been waiting for. The senior boys final. Cedar Bridge Academy versus Saltus Grammar School. But they have the prize presentation, and we'll be back for the grand finale on BSN, brought to you by Lindo's in just a moment.